Across the world, we are seeing devastating heat waves.
Boy, it sure is a hot one today, huh? Hot one today, huh? Yeah! Boy, it sure is a hot one, huh? Well, you've probably been staying inside to avoid this heat wave, huh? Boy, it's been hot.
Which brings me to the topic of climate change. Is it real or not? No one can give a definitive answer on this because it is just a theory. However, I'm the type of person to plan for the worst and hope for the best. So in my mind, climate change is real and we should try to correct this problem. Now, I'm not saying to go buy an EV because, let's be honest, EVs are just much of a carbon sinkhole than gas cars. Somehow, people got tricked into thinking driving an electric vehicle makes you carbon neutral, but that is not the case. Take the Nissan Leaf, which has a 40 kilowatt battery, which is pretty small battery compared to other electric vehicles. Just to make that battery will add 6,500 pounds of CO2. Not to mention, when you go to charge that vehicle, you will be using a coal or natural power plant, which adds 1.8 billion tons of CO2 a year. So no, EVs are not the solution. Instead, we should focus on creating legislation that improves fuel efficiency on cars like we did in 2010. This forces car manufacturers to improve miles per gallon and helps not only cut down on carbon emissions, but saves the average American more money at the gas pump. We should also limit private jets. One private jet produces 2 tons of CO2 per hour, so no wonder people believe this issue is not real, because those who advocate for climate change are being hypocrites by using a private jet. Take the Climate Change Conference. Over 300 private jets attended this conference. We should be regulating the use of private jets if we want to get serious about climate change. Lastly, we must talk about how we produce power, like coal and natural gas. Solar and wind is a good start, but these methods have their own issues, like the waste and environmental hazard that comes with solar panels. Also, these two methods rely heavily on weather conditions, so instead we should invest in hydropower as well as nuclear energy, which is more reliable. Nuclear energy has come a long way. It is the safest and cost-effective way to produce power without contributing to emissions. It's still a scary technology because if something does malfunction, we could end up like Chernobyl or like the Fukushima power station. But the power station meltdown occurred in 2011, and areas around that plant were safe to return in 2014. This technology has come a long way since Chernobyl. I will end by saying this. If you are someone who believes this is a hoax, a money grab, or whatever you believe, are you willing to risk not just your life, but the lives of future generations? Because if this is not a hoax, we are staring down the barrel of a loaded gun with our finger on the trigger, just waiting to shoot ourselves.